What's up, you guys? It's Mary.
And
We might have to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about the final episode in the part 1 and part 2 reunion of Ready to Love, you guys. And I was happy to see the women choose themselves.
Yes.
I was happy to see Morgan choose herself. I was happy to see Morgan and Mercedes choose themselves.
Yes.
I was shocked that Morgan walked away from Tony. Because, that man was a walking red flag, but it looked like she just wanted to be blind.
She was going to, she may do that. I had a feeling.
I just felt like she was going to be blind. I just thought she was just going to see it through. And my thing is, I didn't get it with Tony, because this man is short, he is stout, and he has no neck. I just didn't see what the hype was about Tony.
He had the rolls on his neck.
Looking like a hot dog factory. Yeah. And then on top of that, it was like
he
had no hair.
Me of a Pillsbury Doughboy. But those, they can be kind of cute in a cute, punchy
He wasn't cute
because
though,
he had that kind of
he was
mouth
rude.
area that was so that's what reminded me. And then the rolled neck. And anyway,
he just was not, because I just didn't find him cute. He just seems very mean, very rude, and I just did not know why Morgan even wanted him.
I was raised by a woman, and I was raised by women, so I'm very comfortable around them.
You would think you wouldn't be so abusive if you were raised by women. Like, child, please. Like,
and so crass. I'm gonna make sure she's sleeping in my bed tonight, and all this stuff. This poor cat, she fell down when she was not expected to fall down. She is just knocked out right now. She's like, poor thing. Anyway, but yeah, Tony, I was happy Morgan said no to him. Cynthia and Anthony, I was really holding out and hoping
that they would make it work.
But
I was hoping.
Cynthia,
there's something off.
It's not off. She's just not into Anthony. She probably likes men who are taller, right? And, has kind of that bad boy, double twist, ponytail, little bit of hair hanging
Andre's
out.
Not cute at all. Like, his eyes, I can't even see the iris of his eyes. And then he has this weird little hairstyle like a little girl, wearing a suit that's 3 sizes too damn small. Like, this man was not cute.
Sometimes he wears the shorts, the pants that go just below his kneecaps, right? My
God. I'm like,
hey, he's been on Forbes, okay? I make a lot of money. I've been on Forbes, in the cover of Forbes.
You would think you have money so you wouldn't dress like that.
Well, it's all fashion these days. Men are wearing skirts.
Please don't.
Men are wearing
please
different
don't say
things,
And he is an embarrassment, okay? Jeffrey ended up choosing Andre, and that backfired.
Yeah, they chose each other.
Jeffrey, I thought it was a dumb decision. You're sitting down there talking, you're here being competitive with all these women. Instead of you being competitive, you should have been looking and seeing what man would have been right for you.
Yeah.
This is probably how you ended up having 2 baby fathers and 3 kids. And the baby fathers are not there in their lives. Because you're sitting down here going off of emotion.
Thinking that after you had these children, that this man, you won the prize or something like that.
You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, it just seems like, she was competing with.
Yeah, and she said so. Mercedes?
Was Mercedes. She was competing with Advocate Sue.
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Yeah.
All these women, just for you to end up with Andre, a man who left you, and on top of that was also just really talking bad about
and Marcy
her.
Blue.
I know, I just felt like it was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to win.
Like,
do you want to win, or do you want to
men,
have a good man in your life?
Because you got 3 kids.
Right?
You want to make sure that you're doing the right thing by these children. Instead of thinking about competing and being the last woman to have the man. Yeah.
That did not even call you after he had decided to choose you on the show. Like, girl, that was just embarrassing. And then all of a sudden her sweet voice went out the way. Don't get it twisted.
I was like, where is Jeffrey? I just really love you. You're such a man's man. I don't know, what am I going to do with all these men? Mark Anthony's so great. He's so generous. Blue, with his blue eyes. But Blue, you have to not be intimidated by me. You gotta come and get your woman if you want me. Yeah. that changed really fast. Don't get it twisted. And I ain't the but I am ready. I'm ready. Okay. Don't act like black men don't do that every day. All right, they be doing that every day. I said, what the hell happened to Jeffrey? Andre, thank you for the food. Just give me little baby bites. Little baby bites. Oh, honey, just put your little baby hands on my shoulder. I don't know what weird,
Baby
freaky
hands.
stuff Andre is into. Baby hands and baby bites. Like, that's some weird stuff.
You did all that crap just for this man not to be serious about you.
I
we said it.
call
We said
you.
it.
But I was not expecting this dude not to even ring at all. Not even once. And even when she says, I'm coming near the area, no response. Oh my
Now
goodness
all of a
gracious.
sudden you've been a stepfather to multiple kids and you never asked about the baby daddy
That doesn't
situation.
even make sense. I date lots of women with children. You know why a lot of times men go date women with children? Because they feel as though, you know something? They should be happy that I, who have no child, I am with her. So she should take pretty much anything from me. Any
Basically.
BS. Yeah. So
It was really just a mess,
miss
really.
me with your, I've been a stepfather of 5 kids, and I wondered, I say, is he still in their lives? I just
Probably
wondered
not.
to myself.
This man is not serious. He wasn't going to hold anything down.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I had some things that really bothered me about her. The fact that the colors and all the loves. And I'm like, wait,
and then mind
you have been courting this woman all this time. Like, the first thing you think that you will ask her is about the daddies. After all, she spoke to Blue and the other dude about it.
Well, I think she purposely did not invite Andre for a reason.
Well, I mean, Mr. Forbes' man. I mean, you've been on the cover of Forbes. I expect you to ask those questions. But then why didn't you call her to at least have that conversation? Because
Well, he said he wasn't buying the crap she was selling at the deli that day.
Well, remember we were looking at Blue, and Blue was looking at Mark Anthony because he looked at Mark Anthony like, "Bruh, are you buying this stuff?" But then he realized Mark Anthony had the gold dust in his eyeballs, and he was like, "Oh, okay, this young pup has fallen for this stuff right here."
But I mean, it just
even
was
Blue
embarrassing.
looked like, I'm not buying it.
And then even Jeffrey said, well, you know, the thing is, we had talked about everything that needed to be talked about. Really? Really, Jeffrey? Is that why this happened to you?
I know.
You know, it was embarrassing.
It
You know
was.
what I'm saying? But I do want to talk about that comment about black men.
Oh yeah, when Tommy was like,
Obviously, it's
trying
not.
to say not all black men.
My thing is,
I
it's
don't have
not.
to preface anything. I'm just saying what it is.
My thing is, we all know that it's the majority of black men that actually do leave black women and leave kids.
I
They're
don't know
even
if
doing
it's
that
the majority.
too.
Is the bottom line is it happens. I don't have to preface anything with that.
It happens
happens,
more
it
often.
happens.
It
So,
happens more often than not.
Exactly,
And it's not
we
just
were
black
right.
women, but they also do it to their prefaces. You can
Yeah.
see them talk about it all on TikTok. Just
Oh.
spend a day. You'll see plenty of videos.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, like
Yeah.
do I think that her statement was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
oh my god? I mean, and then even Natasha said that Tony's not a good father. So why were you saying that? Talking about it's not all black men. Like, y'all need to take some damn accountability.
Natasha said he's not a good father.
She said he's not a good father, and he damn sure is not a man of God.
Oh wow.
She said that about
she
Tony.
went there. Oh.
She sure did.
Whoa. Wow.
So, I mean, really. I mean,
Wow. How she knew all that?
I felt like, Jeffrey, you say your truth, sis, and I'm glad that somebody said it as well. And
Well,
told
that's
her,
her
let her
truth.
be.
Yeah, I was happy that the sister
Let her
said
speak her
that.
truth. That's
Let
her
her speak her
truth.
truth.
Because that
is her
does
truth.
happen.
Exactly.
That happens.
And
More
let's not
often
try
than
to
not.
pretend.
I know, but they
Like,
want to
come
have
on.
this.
Like, we're not gonna try and come and pretend. I think the world knows this. So let's not pretend. And like
Yeah.
she said, that is her truth. Let her say her truth. You know, like, people don't have to preface stuff.
I know.
Like-
And then Andre want to be like, oh well, she's the one who's not letting the kids see the not letting the kids see the father because no kid says that. First of all, there are plenty of kids who have probably seen their dad
Actually,
treat their
there
mom
are
like crap.
plenty of
Who will go
children
and say that?
who say that.
Yeah, I don't want to see
There are
him. I don't
plenty
want
of
to.
children
Yeah.
who say that as young as 10 and below. There are kids who say that.
Yeah.
And it depends on what their experience is.
Yeah.
You know,
they might have been seeing their mom get beat up from when they were a baby.
Not even beat up. They're kids
or whatever the
who
case
say
may
that.
be, cussing
there are
her out
kids
or
who
just
say
saying
that.
really atrocious stuff.
Yeah,
Kids,
I
if they have
had
a mouth,
a
they're gonna say
friend
how they
who
feel.
the father will when every time when it's his turn to pick up the children, they had like a meeting place, whether it's the mall or whatever. He always used to say, "Oh yeah, let's go to this mall. Go, be at this mall." And just to get back at the woman, he will have them stand at TJ Maxx, I'm gonna be there. And then he has them going all around, "Oh, I'm not at TJ Maxx now. Can you come down to JCPenney?" They'll walk down there.
I'm sure
Oh, okay, cool. You just
it.
laughing, just for foolishness.
Yeah.
And then he will either show up with somebody else, maybe
not
go
show up at all.
have something to drink, or just look at them. You are getting fat. Making comments like that, laughing at them. And so it got to a point that these two, girls that he had, and I remember, I think the oldest was 10. The oldest was 10. So the younger one was younger than that.
Yeah.
And they're just like, one time when they had to go, they said, "Mom, I just don't want to go." And they started to cry. Because, why don't you want to go? He makes me feel bad. I have to go looking all over the place for him, and when we finally see him, he makes fun and he laughs and he, makes me feel sad.
Yeah.
And they were able to, thank God, say that to a judge. They still, had to see the dad, but that was taken into consideration. So the times that they don't go, well, they have their phones. You're able to contact them directly, and they can tell you that. And if they don't want to go, well, that's on you. But yeah, children will say that. So when they say no child would just get up and say that, that's not true. That's absolutely not true.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and talk about Morgan, Natasha, and Tony. She said he's a monster. I want to know what that comment was about. I need to talk to you 6 weeks ago. Were you pregnant?
I didn't know what that meant.
I didn't know what that meant either. It was a little suspect.
It seemed like she was trying to say something.
Yeah.
But Tommy didn't follow up with it.
Tony?
That's why sometimes you need to have a woman.
Yeah.
Who is the host, who will be like, "What did that mean, Morgan? 6 weeks ago? What was happening 6 weeks ago?"
Well, Tony wasn't there. Remember, that was backstage.
No, she said it out loud.
I know, but
No, that was when he walked out the door. She said it out loud. He heard her, and she slammed the door.
I'm talking about Tommy. Tommy didn't hear it. Yeah.
But, I mean, didn't he see what was going on back there?
Yeah. Mike, but let's talk about Natasha, because Morgan and Tony, I'm happy that's over and done with. She said he's a monster. I agree.
We weren't very surprised then that they were dating outside after.
I'm not shocked by that. But I feel like men hold
she
grudges
did it
like
for
elephants.
her pride, yes. And since you got him there in front of everybody, remember he was very upset about that. And then now you want to go back to him, he will punish you, which he did.
Yeah.
Which he did. So you just kind of played yourself. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Natasha, I love the way she spoke and kind of just told him off.
Well, he said, the reason why I blocked you, because, like I said, Tony is somebody who will have sex with you, then ghost you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not
because
sure
she told
he
the
did
producers.
That. Was that before or after you ghosted her?
So she raised up the dress, right?
Yeah.
To tell the producers what really happened.
Yeah.
And so he was upset about that, but he wanted her to keep it between the two.
Yeah.
Yes. And she was like, "Oh, no. No, So, but she spoke very well, just to say, he's here. He's supposed to be on this show.
Yeah.
He's not really ready to find love. He's ready to play the field. And I liked what Tommy said. And you also seem to like what Tommy said. Because you don't like Tommy. But
I didn't necessarily like
and he's right. Don't play with especially the black women who've been holding our black asses all this time.
My thing is, I was surprised.
And he knows. He should know that he kept his woman waiting for 20 plus years.
I was surprised, but am I gonna?
He said that.
I was surprised that he even said that, because as far as I'm concerned, Tony.
He had to.
Tommy doesn't like women. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
That.
Because just the way the men that he be bringing on the show for these women, it's
he
not
has
someone
the loyalty to the men more.
My thing is with Tommy, I just feel He said that, okay, what, you want a cookie for stating the obvious? I feel like black
That's
men
what the
should
cookie-
just treat black women properly.
Yeah.
Not because we have suffered and we deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I just felt like, for me, it just rubbed me a little bit wrong. Like, yes, you said that, but I mean, do you really mean that? I don't think
And
so.
my thing
Do
is
I think
this.
he's genuine?
Don't
I
you-
don't think so.
Yeah.
I just feel like with Tommy, he just said just because there is a new day
Yeah.
that we are seeing that black women are not putting up with the black man
Well, they're
shenanigans.
speaking
So you
out,
kind of
and
have to
Natasha
say it.
really spoke out, and really,
And
you
then
could
also
see,
Jeffrey did.
Yeah, and then you could see the foolishness of Tony. It was like laid out there. I mean, even did you notice?
I think he just said that.
The men really couldn't even say anything because
I
it was
think
like.
he just said that just to say it though,
"Ugh."
because I mean you're already seeing the tide shifting with black women.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, maybe like
Wouldn't have said
1990s,
anything.
you probably would have seen Morgan be with Tony regardless of the red
Regardless,
flags.
yes.
You would have seen Mercedes
Yes.
still trying to work it over. Like you have
Absolutely.
seen black women bend over and backward and forward for black men just for
Yeah.
them to spit on them and treat them like crap.
And you know something?
So, I mean-
it actually wasn't just black women because I remember even the movies, like even the movies.
I mean, but even the songs.
Even the songs, but even the movies. It wasn't just black women, all women. Even the movies, you will have the man has cheated on the woman, and then I was watching the movie yesterday called Betrayed, and I'd watched it before. The man has cheated on the woman with her best friend's daughter.
But my thing is, I just
And, you know, she comes back to him. She accepts him back. There was even the one with Bette Midler, the other one who her husband cheated. You know, it was something that was shown, like the movies were telling us, you know, it's love if you accept the cheater back. Because you have this long time with them and he comes back to his wife.
Yeah, in terms of cheating, but I'm talking
Yeah.
about just like in terms of black women being in the household and holding every single thing down. Like
Oh,
your
yes.
man
Oh,
is not
absolutely.
even working. He's not even doing anything, but you're working. You're
Yeah.
having to come here, cook and clean, and then also you have to come home to him beating you.
Yeah.
Like black women have been dealing with so much.
I mean,
And
look
then
at the Tyler
some. Like,
Perry
you don't
movie.
see
That's not even the 1990s. Look at Tyler Perry movie in the
Well,
2010s.
not just at the 1990s,
of the
but
three-
even like I feel like this movement of women,
Yeah.
black women, like standing up and saying that we want something better. I think it's been maybe recent, like
It
maybe
is
the past
really
2 or
recent.
5, maybe I would say maybe
2 to
past
3
2
years.
2 to 3 years, really.
Mhm.
If we're being honest.
Yeah. Go look at Tyler Perry. Remember the one with the
But black
attorney and
women
the
were
3
just-
daughters?
Yeah, but black women have just been loyal to black men on an unbelievable level. Like
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think we've seen that with any other race of people, as
Oh,
far as
yeah.
I'm concerned.
Oh yeah, we're very loyal.
Almost to a fault.
Definitely to a fault.
Yeah, so I mean, I felt like Tommy saying that. I just felt like he was saying it just because. Do I think it's genuine?
Was
No, I
saying-
don't.
Well, yeah, everyone kind of.
But hey, I'll give you.
But we will give you the cookie
I'm not.
Tommy,
I will give you half
because
a
you
crumb.
actually said it, and you know,
I don't think it's
and let
genuine.
Tony know this is not the show to be doing that. You're here for Ready to Love, not for I'm gonna go and date all these different people.
My thing is, I just don't think that the show is a success.
Mhm.
I just don't, because my thing is, we have only one engaged couple, and we
Yeah.
have that's it. We have 2 engaged couples. We have Joy and Clifton, and then we
Yeah, Joy
have
and Clifton.
Raven. We have Simone, and we have Rashid.
Rashid, yeah.
And then we have Reva and Mario. But up till today, that man still's not even giving her engagement ring. They've been together for what, 5+ years now,
Yeah.
and she's still sitting down there like a dodo bird.
Well, maybe
So the
she's
show
gonna-
does not have a high success rate as far as I'm concerned. And I feel like when it's black men and black women, I feel like you have to kind of put pressure. Especially with the black men, because black men will go there just for foolishness. I don't get the point of the show for me, because I feel like, why do you have to have a show to start a relationship with somebody? You can start a relationship with somebody at the
Yeah.
bar. Or you meet
know,
somebody
I-
at the bookstore. Like, I don't think the show's necessary as far as I'm
I
concerned.
was thinking when they said Ready to Love, I thought
It will
at
be
the
like The
end,
Bachelor or something.
They will be proposing or
Yeah.
stuff. But no, it's just ready to date. I am ready
to waste
date
your
you
time.
exclusively, which they don't really say if it's exclusive, but we assume that it's a Ready to Love exclusive. But yeah, I mean, for the longest time, I mean, even the what was it? Think like a man, act like a woman, or something.
Just, I don't know
You
why,
make-
as a
look,
woman, I have to think like a man.
You make 400,000. Does he need to make 400,000?
Absolutely.
Can he just make his little 10,000 or 20,000? That was kind of promoted. Or Tyler Perry's movie, The Daddy's Little Girls, right? and she's an attorney, and you know, like, but you can be with him. He owns his business or whatever.
I just think it's
Like-
embarrassing that as you as a man, Steve Harvey, will come out there and say that if you make 40,000, does he have to? Absolutely. If I'm able to do it as a woman, you should be able to do it 10 times over as a man. That don't make sense to me. Should I go and be
like-
with the janitor when I'm here making $40,000 a year? No. Yes, he does have to.
I think he has always
It's just like Cordelia,
been.
who said on that show. Why would I be with a man who's not serious about his finances, creating generational wealth, and having himself together?
Yeah.
Why would I go and be with somebody who's not serious about his finances? It don't make no sense. And I think Cordelia explained it very well, and I'm happy that, you know.
Oh, honey, cut it out.
Yeah, I'm happy that she explained it very well, Cordelia. I won't really ruin it. But yeah, I'm happy that Cordelia explained it and everything.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like he was trying to shame her. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah. She's just saying, have your finances together.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I have my finances together. And that's what I expect from you if we're going to leave a legacy. And if you don't have your finances together, then I can't be with you.
Yeah.
Because then our values do not align.
Yeah.
Mama, you have to open the door because she's making noise on everything. Not that window, Mama.
Alright, see you later.
Is the door open? Is the door open for her?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about Blake and Sue. Apparently they are still together. I am shocked
They
by
live
that.
10 minutes away from each other? Wow.
I don't think it's going to last. But hey, Sue, you got your man.
I saw Blake looking at Marcy now. He seemed, amused by Marcy. He was checking her out.
Blue is apparently dating Kayla, but for me, I don't know if that's serious. She did not say it was exclusive, so I don't know why, girl, you showed up there as if it was exclusive. Then apparently he was talking to that girl.
No, he said it's exclusive now. It wasn't, but it is now. That's what he said.
He said that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to that other girl who had the afro, she said that Kayla would not be happy with what they were talking about. So he strikes me as someone who probably is out here cheating. Kayla, please do not go capping for that man. I just wish he would have just let him stand up for himself. Mm-hmm. I don't like it when women try to go and stand up for a grown man. Like, this is a man with muscles. Like, he can't stand up for himself. Like, he can speak his piece. I mean, but anyway, he's the one texting her. You don't know what he texting that woman.
I know.
I just think it's odd. Let me put on my cape and speak for my man. He speaks to a lot of women.
I know.
I'm like, girl, bye.
He speaks to a lot of people.
But I mean, Kayla just strikes me as that type.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
who else?
I felt like Jeffrey. Quickly, I just want to say this quickly about Jeffrey. Jeffrey should stay with Demario instead of being out here in these streets looking for somebody to kiss and make her feel good and whatever the hell else.
I don't know if it would have worked with Demario. I mean, I saw Demario with all his chest out. I mean, he didn't even reach out for Corvea. I mean, he could reach out for Corvea now that she was no longer there. She's single.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Because
So,
my thing is,
I don't
you were
think
doing
Demario's
all of
serious
that.
either.
But I thought he was serious about Jeffrey.
I don't think Demario's serious. He's serious about the game that they went to play.
Yeah, I
That's
just
all I
thought it
can
was
say.
odd that he didn't try to reach out to Corvea after that. You were doing all that. I'm sure Corvea was also kind of, and I felt like Tommy should have asked that, but
Yeah.
Tommy is not the one to ask the serious questions.
No.
But let's go ahead and talk
Mercedes
about
and
Mark Anthony.
I think
They seem real booed up, real close.
they surely do.
They seemed more booed up than Anthony and Cynthia, and they actually dated outside of the show.
I know.
And Cynthia,
Cynthia said apparently she realized that she is not available emotionally. That I guess maybe they had some disagreement and she handled it not well. And he deserves better, and she is going to try to get better for him because he is worth it. And I'm gonna do it. And she turns her back to him like this. I'll do it. No, I mean, look at him. I mean, like, Cynthia, you talk a good game, sis.
a real good game.
But yeah, you know what you like physically. So. There are a lot of men around in this world. Find the person who you are, who kind of makes your heart go boom, 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 I guess. And it's a decent person. That's all I can say. And Mark Anthony, too, not Mark Anthony. Anthony, I think as soon as Cynthia and Anthony leave,
That show, they will not be talking to each other no more.
no, because I even saw like Anthony was like this, like his hand was like that, right? And at one point she was sitting just like how you see right now, like this. There's a still photo of them like that. She's just like this, so she cannot be bothered with the severe bun she had at the back of her head. She is not interested. She's not. She's done. And you know something? So is he. After all, she was his third pick. Let's just be real. It was Mercedes, and then Swan, then Cynthia. And what, like Mercedes and Swan, they kind of have that bubbly personality.
I think men
Cynthia is kind of like this, right? And so she's an entrepreneur. Maybe he wanted someone who was like not a business person, because sometimes you don't know whether businesses are doing well or not, right? So maybe he wanted someone who has a profession, like what's her name? The other girl, Mercedes, was a flight attendant, and on top of that, she was young. So he's looking for someone who's young, has a profession, like he has a profession, a nurse practitioner, or an attorney. Swan was an attorney. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, apart from that thing that he did kind of like in the desert for Cynthia.
That was at the beach.
At the end, after she had said that, I want to wake up coffee, like I wake up to my coffee every day. It wasn't until after she did that he did the little beach thing. But prior to that, he was doing stuff for Mercedes and Sue. So I feel as though Cynthia was his third choice. You are my third choice. Already, you treated me badly. Because we had a disagreement, I'm not going to waste two seconds of my time with you. But I will come with you to the reunion because I don't want to say too much. And I don't want to be made to be an a-hole. But as soon as we leave here today, deuces.
My thing is also, I just thought it was very odd because I have been following their social media, and it just seemed like they both were talking a lot about the reunion and all this stuff. After the reunion is over, and I'm sure we all have questions about what the hell really went on, both of them are saying nothing.
Yeah.
Haven't even mentioned Ready's love since in days.
Oh, well.
So, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like Cynthia, she talked a good game, but I do think she still needs some healing
I think so.
The fact that she was basically begging Andre that last thing when he was about to kick her to the curb, I thought was suspect. She was looking at Andre at the reunion and all that stuff. It looked like she was treating Anthony as if that man had leprosy.
Gonna break this bitch.
I mean, she was all up over here. She's like, I will, babe, I will.
And Anthony was just like this. His leg crossed over this way.
It was just odd.
And she do what she say.
I feel bamboozled by Cynthia. I really do.
Yes. She did bamboozle us.
But I mean, hey, you want somebody that you're attracted to
I don't want to wear the briefs. I will wear my panties.
And my thing is, I feel like you
ready. And the day that she cried with Andre,
she was quite emotionally available.
What did I say? I said, this woman has not healed. As soon as I saw her do that, but I allowed her, with her pretty words, to bamboozle me.
I wonder what her sign is. You know, my thing. So I just feel
I would not be surprised if she's a Virgo or a Scorpio.
Yeah, I just feel like it was really just
or an Aquarius
or a Cancer. The Cancer men usually are very good with their words, but are full of nothing but fluff and BS.
I don't think she's a Cancer. A Cancer would be a little more emotional.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if she was a man, she would strike me as a Cancer, but she's a woman, so the women Cancers aren't like that.
She might be a Leo. Because they have that thing of not wanting, they don't need nobody.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just really a mess. I just felt like, but I do understand. You want to be with somebody you're attracted to. Because, who wants to be married to somebody that they're not attracted to? At the end of the day, I don't see myself marrying somebody who is 5'4". I just don't see it happening. Not, even if he's a phenomenal guy. I feel like God put 1 billion men on this earth for a reason. I don't have to sit down here and be with somebody that I got to look down and go,
yeah.
This is my cat or something. So I'm not doing that. I want to be able to look up and feel protected. So I understand. I do understand. But I mean, there was no
And-
reason. If
and-
you were
and-
into him, then why are you sitting down here lying on this TV screen like Audrey was lying to Jeffrey just for you to get out of this thing and then treat somebody like crap? That's what I don't like. I don't like the lying.
That, yes.
Like,
But
I understand the attraction thing. I'm not attracted to people who are shorter than me. I'm just not.
Hey.
But hey, sue me if you want to call me shallow, whatever. But I hear you. I
You
hear
got
you
to
saying.
like what you got. You
Because
like what you like.
this is the only person I'm having sex with
For
for
the
the rest of my life.
And you wanna be
I am not
attracted
going to be
someone.
sitting down here
Yeah.
with somebody who is short and has to wear some 5-inch shoes or something just so they can be a little taller than me. I'm not doing that.
Well, I used to date this guy, and I actually thought I'm at the time
I don't think
5'6".
you mind though.
I'm 5'5" now, but I was 5'6" at the time, and he actually looked to be like a good 6 foot. So one day I happened to come to his office, and he had taken off his shoes, and I think he had forgotten himself, like that. Oh, and I had like my little, like I had about a 3-inch high shoe, right? And so I come, and this guy, when he meets me at the elevator, I'm like, I mean, he seemed shorter than me, and I was 5'6" at the time, right? But with my thing, I was like 5'9", and I was like, but he looked really like, I was like, this guy has to be maybe a good 5'4", 5'5", and then he starts walking on his tiptoes. I was so much taller than him, and I was like, oh my goodness. So now when I saw him, I started looking at his shoe. He had like quite a bit of stuff in that shoe, and for all you know, he may have put socks inside the shoe to even be higher, and that's like a good shoe. A man can add a good 6 inches to himself,
Yeah.
So hey, yeah, I mean, you like what you like, but you should have just sold him.
Yeah. It just ain't
And
gonna
just be
work.
honest, or just left the show or something.
Yeah.
But I guess
you could have just said I choose me.
But then, I guess everyone wants a vacation, go out on a vacation, and do stuff.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to have to come back and have to explain to anyone, like, well, I just didn't feel it, and then you look shallow.
Yeah.
So I can understand it, but yeah.
Oh, so I think let's just talk about Marcy and Tony. I think that's it, because we're almost at 30
Oh,
minutes, I'm
like
thinking.
they're dating?
Well, no, they're not dating. He had asked her out on a dinner date. She said no, but she lets him meet her up for cocktails or whatever the case may be. I just thought she was kind of playing herself. Well, not playing herself, but just like he was
Don't
allowed.
play yourself, Marcy.
I know, because he
Make
was putting his
sure-
hand all behind her and
Make
all this
sure
stuff.
this man don't, because he might just be one of those guys like, how many women can I sleep with on Ready to Love? He might just be one of those people. He strikes me to be one of those people.
Yeah. But I don't think it was warranted Marcy and Morgan arguing and going back and forth.
I
just
no
thought it was.
idea.
I didn't think.
Morgan
Morgan
seemed
saying
more
that you're a
upset to me
distraction.
and this, I know, and there was no need for Morgan to say that.
I don't even know why you had to even say it. Because at first you were trying to get Morgan on your side. Then when she didn't say anything, then the next time you came back out, well, she would have been a great distraction.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
Morgan, like, your issue really is with Tony. It really is not
It
with
is
Marcy.
with Tony. I know. Like, even when she was like, oh, he was there with the low-hanging fruit. Natasha. Remember when she was talking
But
about,
she
and there
strikes
was no
me as one of
need
those
to do
women
that
who
either.
blame women instead of blaming
Instead of
the
the
man.
man. Exactly.
That's who she strikes me as.
Exactly.
But yeah, y'all, it's
Yeah.
Mary.
And Amma.
You invite y'all to like,
Share.
subscribe,
Hey, comment on another season of Ready
to waste your time.
Hello.